Power, respect, and reputation often run in the same lane, but sometimes the world forgets that the strongest people don't always show up wearing expensive suits or flashy badges. Sometimes they appear in simple tuxedos, blending into the crowd, quietly observing the ones who think they own the night. This story unfolds at one of the most extravagant charity galas of the year, a place filled with lights, celebrities, billionaires, investors, and powerful executives who believed status made them untouchable. But tonight, their biggest mistake would be misjudging one man. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was invited as a guest of honor, but instead of arriving surrounded by cameras and security, he stepped into the ballroom calmly, determined to keep a low profile. Unknown to the loudest executives in the room, they were about to embarrass the wrong person. What started as a simple gala turned into a shocking twist that would shake the entire corporate world. This is a story of arrogance, humiliation, ownership, and an unforgettable moment of power, revealed not through aggression but through truth. As you read, remember, not every king wears a crown. Some walk silently, until the moment they choose not to. Now let's dive into part one of this intense two-part story. The ballroom glittered with golden chandeliers and crystal table decor. Journalists gathered near the entrance, expecting celebrities to storm the red carpet, but tonight was different. The Rock had quietly asked event management to skip any spotlight announcements. He simply wanted to support the charity cause, enjoy the night, and leave. He didn't need attention. He didn't need cameras. He just needed a peaceful evening. But peace wasn't exactly what this night had planned. Inside the gala, 3 prominent executives from Valor Spring Industries, one of the event's biggest sponsors, were already halfway drunk. Their laughter echoed over the music as they bragged loudly about business deals, travel adventures, and how nobody in Hollywood respects real power. One of them, Raymond Voss, a tall, sharp-jawed man in his mid-50s, was known for his arrogance. The second, Marcus Teller, had built an image on intimidation. And the last, Lucian Grant, cared more about showing off than anything else. They had no idea they were about to cross paths with someone they should have treated better. Meanwhile, The Rock approached the beverage table to grab a simple glass of sparkling water. He wasn't trying to draw attention. He smiled politely at a few guests and stood quietly near the balcony doors, enjoying the calm night breeze slipping in. That was when the 3 executives noticed him. Raymond elbowed Marcus. "Look who's here, the actor guy." Marcus squinted. "Yeah, the muscle man. What's he even doing at a business gala?" Lucian smirked. "Probably trying to blend in with real executives." They stepped closer, laughing louder than necessary. The Rock heard them, but ignored the comments. He didn't come to fight, argue, or show dominance. He came to support the charity. That was all. But arrogance rarely accepts silence. "Hey, big guy," Raymond called out. "You lost. Jim's not here." The Rock turned slowly, offering a polite smile. "Evening, gentlemen." Lucian lifted his wine glass with a sloppy grin. "You know, this event is for company partners. People who actually own something. Not for, what do you actors call it, cameos?" Marcus chuckled. "Yeah, cameo man." The Rock inhaled deeply, still trying to stay calm. "I'm here as a guest. Just enjoying the event like everyone else." Raymond leaned closer. "Relax, we're just having fun, don't take things so seriously." Then he nudged Lucian. "Show him the real fun." Before The Rock could step back, Lucian suddenly tipped his wine glass forward, spilling the entire dark red drink onto his suit jacket. Guests gasped. The music didn't stop, but the room suddenly felt quiet. The Rock blinked, stunned. Not angry. Just surprised at the childishness. "Oh, man," Lucian laughed. "Sorry, guess the muscles got in the way." Marcus added, "That's what happens when people go where they don't belong." The Rock stared at the spreading stain. He could have reacted strongly. He could have clapped back with a single sentence that would silence the whole room. But he lifted his eyes slowly and smiled, a calm, dangerous smile. "It's all right," he said simply. The executives weren't done. Raymond tapped The Rock's chest. "Tell you what, there's a VIP section upstairs for actual partners. You can stick to the general area." More guests gathered nearby, whispering. Some recognized The Rock, but they stayed quiet, unsure of how he wanted the attention handled. Then came the moment that shifted the universe. A young woman in a silver gown rushed over. "Mr. Johnson, we've been looking for you." Mr. Alden is ready for your private meeting. Raymond froze. Marcus's smirk faded. Lucian lowered his wine glass. Mr. Johnson, he whispered. As in Dwayne Johnson? The Rock gave a slow nod. That'd be me. The executives stared at each other in horror. Before they could speak, the woman continued brightly. Sir, the board wants to thank you personally for securing the renewal of the 10-year partnership with Valor Spring Industries. Everything fell silent. Partnership, Valor Spring. The executives' faces turned pale. Marcus swallowed hard. Wait, a partnership with who? The Rock turned slightly, his voice calm but powerful. With my company, Terramount Holdings. We finalized the acquisition last month. Raymond looked like he'd been slapped. Acquisition? You own Terramount? It's one of my companies, The Rock answered. And Terramount owns 49% of Valor Spring Industries. The wine glass slipped from Lucian's hand and shattered on the floor. The Rock continued, So yeah, I guess I do belong here. Gasps filled the room. Phones came out. Executives from all corners rushed forward to greet him. Raymond stumbled. Mr. Johnson, we didn't know. It's okay, The Rock said. Everyone reveals their character eventually. He brushed the wine stain gently. But some actions have consequences. And with that, he walked toward the VIP section, leaving the executives frozen, humiliated, and terrified about what tomorrow's board meeting would bring. The morning after the gala, the story of what happened spread faster than wildfire. Nobody knew who recorded it, but a clear video clip was circulating in private investor groups, board member chats, and high-level corporate circles. In the clip, the 3 Valor Spring executives could be seen laughing, mocking, and finally pouring wine on the Rock. And, in the final 10 seconds, the moment of realization when they discovered he owned nearly half their company became an instant legend. But this wasn't the kind of publicity Valor Spring Industries wanted. At 9:00 a.m., a mandatory emergency meeting was called at Valor Spring's headquarters, a sleek building of glass and steel towering over the city. The 3 executives, Raymond, Marcus, and Lucian, barely slept, racked with fear, guilt, and embarrassment. Their actions at the gala hadn't just been rude, they had publicly humiliated a major investor, business partner, and one of the most influential names on the planet. When they entered the boardroom, the atmosphere was suffocating. Senior directors stood at the far end of the long table, whispering. Assistants moved nervously in and out. No one made eye contact with the disgraced trio. A few minutes later, the room fell silent. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson walked in, not in a suit, not with an entourage, just in a simple black t-shirt, dark jeans, and that same calm presence he had the night before. But today, the power in the room shifted instantly toward him. He greeted the board with a polite nod. Morning, everyone. The directors responded with a chorus of Good morning, Mr. Johnson, each one sounding more tense than the last. Sincerely apologize, The Rock raised a hand, gently. Let's handle that part later. He took a seat at the table, leaning back comfortably. Everyone else sat cautiously, except the 3 executives, still standing, hoping their show of respect would lessen the damage. It didn't. The board chairman, Mr. Alden, cleared his throat. Mr. Johnson, you requested this meeting. You have the floor. The Rock looked around the room slowly, his expression unreadable. I watched the full security footage from last night, he began. Every angle. The executives flinched. I saw what happened before the incident, during it, and after it. It wasn't just about wine, it was about respect, character, leadership. Silence swallowed the room. The Rock continued, When I acquired Terramount Holdings, it wasn't just a business move. I believed in Valor Spring, your technology, your teams, your innovation potential. But a company is only as strong as its leadership. He sighed softly, looking genuinely disappointed. And last night the leadership failed. Mr. Alden, the chairman, spoke carefully. Mr. Johnson, we agree, and we are prepared to take action. The Rock shook his head. Not yet. The executives blinked, confused. I want to hear from them first, he said, pointing at the trio. Not excuses, not rehearsed statements. I want honesty. Marcus stepped forward. Sir, I was drunk. That's not an excuse, but... The Rock interrupted gently. Alcohol doesn't create character, it reveals it. Marcus felt his chest tighten. You're right, he whispered. Lucian spoke next. I was trying to impress the others. I thought being the loudest guy in the room made me important. The Rock nodded. It doesn't. Finally, Raymond stepped forward, his voice breaking. I've been in corporate leadership for 25 years, and somewhere along the way, I forgot the basics. Respect, decency, humility. Last night wasn't about you, sir. It revealed something ugly in us. The room was dead silent. The Rock looked at them quietly for a long moment. Then he stood. Gentlemen, he said, I'm not here to destroy your careers. All three executives exhaled in relief. But, he added firmly, I'm here to make sure this company never embarrasses itself like that again. Their relief evaporated. You will all step down from your leadership positions, the Rock said calmly. Effective immediately. The executives closed their eyes, accepting their fate. But, he added again, I'm not ending your time here, I'm redirecting it. The board gave him confused looks. The Rock continued, You're going to spend the next 6 months in the field, visiting company branches, working with junior staff, learning from the people you once thought were beneath you. Marcus blinked. You mean factory floors? The Rock smiled. Yes, warehouse logistics, customer service training, innovation departments, real work with real people. Raymond looked stunned. Sir, that's humbling, the Rock finished. Which is exactly what you need. The board nodded in agreement. You'll return only when the employees, not me, say you're ready. We'd like you to join the board as an official partner and corporate advisor. Gasps echoed through the room, even from the disgraced executives. The Rock paused, surprised. That's a big move. It's the right one, the chairman said. You don't just bring investment, you bring wisdom, character, and accountability. And presence, another director added. People listen to you, and they change because of it. The Rock chuckled softly. You're flattering me. We're being honest, Mr. Alden replied. The room waited for his decision. Finally, The Rock spoke. I'll do it. The directors burst into applause, on one condition, he added. Everyone fell silent again. The Rock's voice softened. This company will operate on core values, respect, humility, integrity, and that starts with leadership. He looked directly at the disgraced executives, who nodded gratefully, accepting their second chance. Mr. Alden extended a hand. Welcome to the board, Mr. Johnson. The Rock shook it, sealing a monumental moment in the company's future. In the weeks that followed, the three executives embarked on a transformative journey. They immersed themselves in the daily lives of Valor Springs employees, gaining insight into the company's inner workings and the people who kept it running. Through their experiences, they discovered the value of empathy, hard work, and genuine connection. As they shed their arrogant personas, they began to embrace a new sense of purpose and responsibility. The once disgraced executives were evolving, and their newfound humility would ultimately benefit not just themselves, but the entire organization. As the months passed, Valor Spring Industries flourished under The Rock's guidance. The company culture shifted, fostering an environment of collaboration and mutual respect. Employees felt empowered, and leadership was held to a higher standard. The Gala, once a stage for arrogance, now celebrated unity and growth. The Rock mingled with guests, his presence a reminder of the power of humility and leadership. The executives, now wiser and more compassionate, stood among their peers, grateful for a second chance. Valor Spring had not only survived the scandal, but emerged as a beacon of positive change in the corporate world. The Rock chuckled, recalling the night that sparked the transformation. Indeed, it's been quite a journey. Who would have thought a spilled glass of wine could lead to all this? Mr. Alden shook his head in amazement. You turned a moment of embarrassment into an opportunity for growth. Valor Spring is forever changed because of you. The Rock's expression turned thoughtful. Change happens when people are willing to learn, adapt, and lead by example. I'm just glad everyone was open to it. As their glasses touched, the sound echoed through the room, symbolizing a new era for Valor Spring. The evening unfolded with laughter, heartfelt conversations, and a shared sense of purpose. The Rock and the chairman's toast had set the tone, reminding everyone that respect, growth, and unity were the keys to a brighter future. And as the gala came to a close, the attendees left with renewed hope and inspiration, grateful for the unexpected turn of events that had brought them together in a celebration of transformation. Absolutely, if you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more captivating tales. There are plenty of other intriguing stories waiting to be discovered, and subscribing ensures you won't miss out on any of them. Thanks for reading.